Guess who got brands talking? Brandlife.co.za.
Good afternoon and welcome to Love and Relationship. My name is Ndon E. I will be sharing with you some wisdom keys about love and relationship. Stay tuned. Today I will be talking about something very important. I title it Key to Happiness in Your Relationship. This is something that when you practice, it can help you have happiness in your relationship. What do I call key to happiness in your relationship? The key to happiness in a long-lasting relationship, especially a relationship like marriage, is to have an agreed set out lifestyle, which can be called a constitution. To have an agreed constitution, practice in a relationship like marriage can bring about some happiness and satisfaction. This is where you and your spouse sit down together and agree on how to fulfill the vision for your marriage. Remember, last week I spoke about vision for marriage, vision for a good relationship. So when you've had a vision, now the constitution is the how to fulfill the vision. Because a vision is like an end goal, it's like a destination where you and your partner want to arrive. You want to arrive at a peaceful marriage. You want to arrive at an enjoyable marriage. Now, how do you get there? Now, this is where the constitution comes in. A constitution helps you to order your lifestyle in order to attend to your vision. Because without an ordered, disciplined lifestyle, you cannot get to your vision. Whenever a person decides that I want to become an engineer or a pilot or a doctor, whatever career you want to pursue, you now find out how you can get there. That's when you take up courses on, your field or career, whatever you want to achieve. You now discipline yourself to go through the classes, go through the course, go through different things to get to where you want to be. It's the same thing with a vision for a good relationship. When you've decided on a vision, like say you want to have an enjoyable marriage, now you need to draw up a lifestyle you and your partner will agree to work out that enjoyable marriage. So constitution, is simply a set out lifestyle you and your partner want to adopt to fulfill your vision. So I will say that this applies both to the married and those preparing for marriage. The Bible says, is it possible for two to go walking together if not by agreement? Amos 3 verse 3. This simply means that you cannot walk with someone if you don't have an agreement of how to walk the walk that you have before you. So there must be an agreement on how you want to work things out. It also says in Matthew chapter 18 verse 19, it says, if two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that you shall ask, it shall be done for you by my Father which is in heaven. In other words, God respects agreement. I always say to people that the reason that we have peace in a society, even though we are from different backgrounds, different culture, it's simply because there is a constitution in place to guide us. Because everyone have a way that they feel they should do something. And sometimes it's a way that suits them, not a way that suits the other person. So for you to have an enjoyable relationship, have happiness in your relationship, have a stress-free relationship, you have to agree with your partner the lifestyle of your relationship. So a constitution for a marriage or a long-lasting relationship is simply made up of what should constitute your marriage and what should not. You and your spouse should adopt a constitution for your marriage, which both of you are willing to submit to and practice. Building a long-lasting relationship like marriage without a commonly agreed lifestyle to uphold is like building a house without walls or partitions. In a house without walls or partitions, people get in each other's way. You know, it's simply like building a house where you don't have a section of, you don't have a toilet, you know, being partitioned out. You don't have a kitchen being partitioned out. You know, that means that people can do whatever they want to do at any place that is comfortable for them. You know, when you are in a house, you know that when you feel like relieving yourself, you go to the bathroom. You know that you go here, you close the door, you do your business, and you're done. Because there are partitions, there are segments, there is a lifestyle in that house. Because the partitions of a house, partitioning a house, it simply determines the lifestyle of the house. If you have an ensuite in your bedroom, that simply means that bathroom is just for you, not for visitors coming in. So, you know, that is how it should be. A couple should sit down and agree on how their marriage should be, the lifestyle of their relationship, the lifestyle of their marriage. This will help and guide them in what they do daily. For instance, if you've agreed on an enjoyable marriage as your vision, and now, you know, you adopt a constitution, for instance, saying you adopt the New Testament Bible as your constitution, where the Bible says, husband, love your wife, wife, submit to your husband. And it also says that, you know, the husband should not in any way maltreat the wife. You should deal with your wife in wisdom, in knowledge. So what it simply means is that whatever you want to do, you ask yourself, will this help me? Does this correspond with the word of God? Will this help me to achieve the enjoyable marriage that I want to do? In other words, a partner can sit together and agree with his or her partner that, listen, I will not hit you no matter what happens. And the wife can also agree that I will not abuse you with abusive words no matter what happens. A constitution is simply channeling your energy into a particular lifestyle that fits both of you. You don't talk anyhow to your spouse. You don't walk out on your spouse. You don't use abusive words on your spouse. You know, there are things that you must agree on. This is very important. I always say to couples, you must have an agreement in place before there is a misunderstanding, before things, you know, begin to get out of hand. Because you see, when people are angry, you cannot preach to them at that time. You can't tell them, my wife, the Bible says you must submit or you must do this. Nobody's going to listen to you. But if you've already had an agreed constitution that, listen, no matter what happened, I will not do this to you. And you will not do this to me. This is how we need to live our lives. This is how we need to order our lifestyle. When there is a problem, when there is argument, when there is a misunderstanding, you will find out that you will be able to still discipline yourself and control yourself to still work out a proper way of addressing the issue in your relationship. But if you had no agreement in place, people are going to just do whatever they want to do. You will do what you feel like doing at that time. Your partner will do what he or she feels like doing at that time. That is why a constitution is very, very important. You know, in a society where many people live from different backgrounds and different, you know, part of life, when there is a problem, there is already a set out constitution in the society that helps to tackle issues between people. So when people go to court to iron out their differences, their issues, the constitution already set out how the lifestyle of a society should be. When two people go to court, remember that they believe that both of them are right. You know, each partner feels that I'm right in my own way. I mean, I'm right. The other one feels I'm right. So now we go to court to look at this issue. When you go to court, the court opens up the constitution and they say, according to section this and that, this person is wrong and this person is right. So the constitution of the society helps to tackle the problems between two people in a society. You can imagine a society without a constitution, a society where people just do as they feel like. You know, the problem is that some people don't even know when they are manifesting selfish actions. They don't know. So there has to be something that has been in place to bring them to realization that no, what I did was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. So if you do not have this understanding with your partner, it can be very difficult to work out differences. Because now at that point where your partner is angry, he or she feels that he or she is right. Whatever you want to say is your own opinion, is your own, words. So it's your word against mine. But if there was a set out lifestyle in place, both of you had agreed, it would have worked well. I always say to couples, please try and put things in perspective when you are happy with your partner. Don't wait until things get out of hand. When you're happy together, ask yourself some questions, some honest questions. What will you like to see this relationship look like? I mean, what will you like to achieve in this relationship? And then what are the things that, you wouldn't like to see me do? What are the things that, you also say your own opinion. These are the things that I would not like to see you do. So, but when you have this kind of understanding in place, it helps both of you to shape your life. There is one thing I've come to discover. A lot of couples who fight, I mean those who are sincerely in love with each other, what I've come to discover is that sometimes they may not have known that this particular action or way of life is going to hurt my partner. They may not have known that because they did not know what their partner likes or dislike. In a relationship, you should talk about your likes and dislikes. You should endeavor to make sure your partner understands who you are, the way you want to be treated, and the way you don't want to be treated. Because if your partner doesn't know, your partner will simply act in a way he or she feels like at a particular point in time. And this may not suit into your own way of life. So it is very, very important to have an agreed constitution or agreed set out lifestyle that will benefit your relationship. I said earlier that your relationship is like a virgin garden given to you by God to cultivate what you will want to harvest in it. That's what I said in the last broadcast I did on vision for your marriage. So when you have developed this understanding, you know that your garden, this is what we want to harvest. We want to harvest tomato, we want to harvest pineapple, and you plant the right seeds, it will definitely yield what you desire. So viewers and listeners, I will be going on a short break. I will be back to continue this. For those on Facebook, you can still stay right there. We will keep interacting. Please, if you have comments, you have questions, you can send it to me. I'm looking at the screen right. I will be able to read your questions or your comments. Thank you very much.
This is what you missed on brandlive.co.za.
We're broadcasting live in one of the boxes at 27 boxes.
Hey, can I ask you something then? Can you please tell me, do you think the post-90s, did they really fully integrate,
Sure.
Since we're talking about integrating today, though.
But you do what? Civil engineering?
Civil engineering, yeah.
Okay, and how's that going for you?
It's okay.
So
It's
a whole
fine.
lot of studying?
School, it's a lot of studying.
And
I
banking
guess.
school, a lot of banking school.
I don't bunk school. I just don't go to school when they tell us not to go.
Lies.
I mean,
Well, no, I've seen this with my eyes live.
Someone was saying, I'm sure there's 10 soapies now happening
Listen.
same time.
I'm gonna say something, right? That might
Say it.
that might sound like I'm shading or hating
Yeah.
or whatever. There's lots of work for actors right now, but lots of actors aren't working. Lots of people are acting.
Ooh. Insightful conversation.
Whether you're an athlete or just going about your day-to-day business, use Turbo Freeze on the go for any pain relief or inflammation. It's the #1 pain relief formula. To find out more, log on to our website www.turbofreeze.co.za.
Have you ever thought about the power of social media? Social media has the power to make your business grow. Grow! Yeah. Why don't you let us manage your social media? Because our business is to see your business grow. Visit us at www.bstownmedia.co.za.
Once upon a time, God made a great world and it was perfect, so perfect. He put us all inside of it, cause he wanted us to be happy, cause it was perfect, perfect. But then the devil came bringing pain and shame, and then tore things apart, and with that he thought he won. But God said, I put my power in your mouth, child. Everything that you will say will turn it all around. Just pray until something happens. Pray until something happens. Pray until something happens. Pray and it will change. Pray until something happens. Pray until something happens. Pray.
You're listening to brandlive.co.za.
We're still talking about happiness, key to happiness in your relationship. So I've been talking about having a constitution for your relationship, that this will help your relationship. This will help you organize your life with your partner in a way that fits both of you. So I was just trying to illustrate something for those who were listening on Facebook, that what simply should make up your constitution should simply be what you want to see in your relationship. So it simply should be something like, for me as a person, let me use myself as an example. One of the things that helped me to draw up a constitution kind of with my wife were the things that I did not like to see in my relationship, things that I have seen in other relationships that I did not like. So by the time I got married, truly speaking, I told my wife, listen, that I don't like this kind of lifestyle. I see the way this woman speaks to her husband. I don't really like this one. I don't like this one. I don't like this one. And I also asked her, what is it that you want to see in your man? So she also told me what she likes, what she doesn't like. And this helped us to put together a particular lifestyle that fits us, that suits us, that we can enjoy together. So, you know, I believe that a constitution helps us it helps reduce complaints and murmurings in a relationship. It helps reduce heartbreak. It helps reduces stress in a relationship. Because when both of you have already agreed before you set out on things, especially before you set out for marriage, you have already agreed that, listen, this is the lifestyle we want to see in our relationship. If I make you angry, please don't hit me. If I say words that you don't like, please just let me know and I will take them back. In any way that I offend you, don't take actions without letting me know. No, those are lifestyles, you know. Don't take actions without coming to me first to say, honey, you did this wrong, you did this wrong, I don't like this. Make sure that you are able to understand everything I say or do before you take actions. Let me say this practically. One of the things that causes problem in a relationship is assumption, wrong assumption. When a people assume that their partner is saying this or doing this, when the partner is not doing that. You know, something like you talking to your wife and maybe she just walked out of the room, maybe to take something, and then you assume that she's walking out on you. It can be a problem. But if you have a lifestyle that says, I will not assume this until I have found out from you that was what you were doing. So it will help you that if your wife walks away, you don't assume she's walking out on you. You call her, honey, are you walking away or no? I just wanted to pick my phone. I'm expecting a call. She might reply that to you. And that gives you an understanding that she was not walking away from you. You know, different things happen in relationship that makes us feel sad, that makes us feel like, oh, we are being taken advantage of, or this is happening. But trust me, if you can have a constitution in place and you practice it with your spouse in every area of your life, it will help your relationship. It will help you have happiness. It will help you have peace. It will help you know that your partner has your best interest at heart. So you must have this constitution. You must have it. It gives you self-control over your life. When you feel like doing something that you should not do, you remember that you are agreed with your spouse that you should not do this. You know, it's very easy to talk to your partner and say, honey, but we agreed. But we agreed that we should not do this. But we agreed. When once you say that to a reasonable person, the person will calm down. The person will be able to, you know, understand that, oh, what I'm doing is not right. But if you want to start a message or a certain kind of, rebuke against your partner when your partner does something wrong, when you have not agreed on that before, it becomes very difficult. To your partner, that is your own opinion. So you're just saying what makes you happy. That is not what I want. So a constitution can bring happiness in a relationship. It can really bring happiness. Another thing a constitution can help you to tackle is the challenges you have from other people. You know, in-laws, friends, relatives who try to interfere in your marriage. When you have a constitution with your partner that, listen, we have agreed on the way to build our marriage. This is how we're going to build it. It doesn't matter who says what. We must agree on whatever anyone says before we implement it in our marriage. It will help you. So it helps you know that your partner will not just take something and apply it. Because a lot of times I find out that what destroys relationships and good marriages is what people speak into the relationship, where the people involved do not process it properly, or they've not agreed to process things before they implement it. So it becomes a problem. So you must agree with your partner and say, listen, honey, this is our marriage. We will build it as it suits us. When my mom says something, your dad says something, we have to process it to see that it fits with us before we apply it. So it's all about us. It's what will make us happy. Not about what other people are doing. Like I said in my other broadcast, some people do a copy and paste. When you have a constitution, it will guide your relationship and it will deliver you from copying things from other marriages that do not suit into your marriage. Every marriage is unique. Every marriage is wonderful. Like I heard a man speaking somewhere, he said that he went to visit a friend and he saw the husband was cooking in the kitchen. And then he was shocked because, why is the man cooking and the woman was sitting and chatting with him? So he came to understand that they have an agreement that the man cooks. So that is what suits them. Maybe the man is a better cook. That suits them. That is a kind of lifestyle for them. So if it doesn't suit you, don't practice it. practice only what suits you, what suits your relationship. So viewers and listeners, please agree on a lifestyle for your relationship. Whenever you have issues with your partner, sit down together and express your displeasure in a way your partner can understand. And then agree together to say, listen, henceforth, let us have things this way. Henceforth, let us have things this way. So it will help your relationship. This is going to work out miracles in your relationship because you have less stress to worry about things because you've already agreed on them. And please, if you have agreed on things with your partner, try and keep to it. Don't break your agreement. Don't say, I don't care. I don't care. I just do what I want to do. It's not going to help. When you break your agreement, you break trust in that relationship. For you to have trust in your relationship, keep to an agreement you have with your partner and try and live the life that fits into your relationship. I will be wrapping up here shortly. But before I go, I would like to invite every one of you who are married, you are engaged, to our Couples Love Fest. We are having a wonderful Couples Love Fest coming up on the 17th of November 2018. It is meant to renew love in couples. It is meant to strengthen relationships. You know, before you can do some things in your relationship, you need to know how to do it. Couples Love Fest is going to reveal to you ways to work out an enjoyable marriage. And you and your partner will be able to practice it and have an enjoyable marriage. Don't miss out on this event. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be great. We're going to be focusing on love, sex, and money. Those are the three important things in a relationship, especially a relationship like marriage. So you don't have to miss this, please. Make it a date with your partner and come through. Saturday, 17th of November 2018, the venue is at Golden Rose Lodge, 419 York Avenue, Fendel. I look forward to see you there. Time is 12 noon and it will be exciting. It will be a wonderful time with other couples. Until same time next week, I will take my leave now. Thank you for listening. Thank you for viewing. God bless you. Have an enjoyable marriage.
You're listening to brandlive.co.za.
We all wish that we could have it all. We like the
This message was sponsored by friends and partners of Living as One events. You are invited to our singles and married couples event featuring seminars, talk shows, Q&A sessions, single mingles, couples games, and many more. You may visit our website for details of our events and register at www.livingasOneevents.com. You can also get our books on relationships titled Why Should I Get Married and Living as One. We also do counseling for couples and singles who want to make the right decisions regarding their relationships. For more info, please contact us on 078 255 4517 or email us at livingasOneevents@gmail.com. Please tune in again for another episode of Love and Relationship. God bless you.